The first time I saw her, she was barefoot, standing in the middle of the old dirty road, with dried blood on her face. She didn't cry, she didn't run, she just stood there, staring at nothing. When I got close, she looked straight at me and whispered, "He killed them, he ate them." I was only 12 at that time, but I still remembered that moment like it happened yesterday. The girl's name was Amina. Everyone in our village knew about her. She was the only daughter of our king Gobasi and Queen Zuri. They ruled the nearby kingdom for many years. People said they were kind and loved by everyone. They gave to the poor, they listened to the cries of the villagers. People used to say, as long as King Obasi sits on the throne, we will sleep with full bellies. Then one night, everything changed. The king and queen died suddenly. The palace guard said it was sickness, but nobody believed it. The queen had been seen laughing in the garden just the day before. The king was strong, still hunting with his men only 3 days earlier. But that night, their bodies were taken out of the palace. In the dark, no funeral, no goodbye, just gone. That same night, their brother Prince Igwe was declared king. The villagers started to whisper. Some said the food had been poisoned, others said the king was stabbed in his sleep. The palace said little. The gates were shut. No one could enter. No one could leave then. A few days later, little Princess Amina disappeared. The new king told us she ran away, that she had gone mad for grief. They said that they searched everywhere but couldn't find her. People believed him, but not for long. 5 years passed. I grew taller. My voice deepened, and then on a cold morning, I saw her. She walked into the village with no shoes, no guard, no smile. Her clothes were torn. Her skin was covered in scratches. Her hair was long and wild. But her eyes were sharp, watching like she had seen too much, more than any girl should. The elders took her in, gave her warm food, covered her with a blanket. She ate slowly, spoke very little, but every word she said was like ice in your veins. She told them she had been living in the forest all those years, that a woman found her the night she ran, a strange old woman named Mamania. Some of us knew the name. She lived alone in the forest, near the hills, in a place even the previous hunters didn't go. People called her a witch, a healer, a spirit. No one was sure. Amina said Mamania saved her life, hid her deep in the woods, taught her how to survive, how to listen to trees, how to use herbs to heal, how to keep quiet when soldiers came looking. They came often, she said once, but they never found us. She made sure of that. Then one day, Amina said, Mamania told her she was ready to face her past. She told me to return, Amina said, her voice calm, that I had to finish it. People asked what she meant. Finish what? She didn't answer. The very next day, the new king, Igwe, was found dead in his palace. His guards said they heard a noise in the night, a scream. When they rushed in, they found the king's body on the floor, torn, broken. His face was twisted in fear. His chest was open. His heart was missing. Blood had been used to draw symbols on the wall, strange symbols, old ones. No one could read them. The only thing missing was the crown. We all knew who had it. Amina didn't go back to the palace. She stayed in the same small hut at the edge of the forest, but she wore the crown when she walked through the village. She didn't smile, she didn't wave, but people bowed anyways. Not because she asked, but because we were afraid. Afraid of what we didn't understand, afraid of what she had become. There were stories, white ones. A farmer said he saw her talking to a snake, and the snake nodded like it understood. A boy swore he saw her standing by the river one night, her feet not touching the ground. An old woman said she saw Amina walking through a heavy storm without getting wet. And then came the punishment. A man tried to steal grain from the village store. The next morning, his body was found in the forest, hanging upside down from a tree. His eyes were missing. A woman poisoned her husband to marry another man, she confessed. 3 days later, screaming in the market, the forest was in her head and begged for forgiveness before she bit off her own tongue. After that, no one stole, no one lied, no one cheated. We didn't know if Amina had done these things, but we all felt it, like the trees were watching, like the wind could hear your thought. Peace returned, but it was a strange kind of peace. The crops grew better, the grain came on time, babies were born stronger, no more wars, no more hungers, but the silence was heavy. Then one day, a man came from the city, a reporter. He had a camera, a notebook, and too much pride. He said he wanted to write the truth about the strange girl queen. He warned him. Everyone did, but he laughed. Which stories? He said. Fairy tales. I want facts. He walked into the forest alone. We never saw him again. A week later, a hunter found his camera hanging from a tree with veins. The last few minutes of footage were never shared publicly, but the hunter who saw it said it showed something he would never forget. A girl, he said, standing in the dark, her face white like a bone, her eyes shining. She didn't blink, she didn't move, but the trees behind her, they were breathing. After that, nobody came looking again. No police, no soldiers, no reporters. It was like we were erased from the map. Amina ruled for years. She didn't hold meetings, didn't send messengers, but everything worked. Food was shared fairly. The sick were healed. If someone wronged another, they were made to confess. If not by their own mouth, then by dreams. Terrible dreams. I had one of those dreams once. I stole a goat from my uncle. That night, I saw Mama Nia. Her face was half gone. Her voice was like leaves moving. Return what is not yours, she said. I woke up shaking. I gave the goat back that morning. Never stole again. Some people said Amina was no longer fully human. That the forest has taken something from her or given her something. Something old, something angry. Others said Mama Nia never left, that she lived in Amina's shadow, that they were now the same. Now I am an old man. Most of the people who remember the old king are gone, but I remembered. I remember the day she came back. I remember the fear. And sometimes, late at night, I hear her walking outside my window. Soft footstep, no sound after, just silence. And I pray I've done nothing wrong, because if she comes to your door, she won't knock. She already knows why they are there. Now, do you enjoy the story? If you do, let us know under the comment section, and also tell us what you learned from the story. We're actually done on today's video. Ensure you like this video and share to friends, family, loved ones, and make sure you are following us. I'll see you on our next video. Bye fam.